Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista, here on YouTube, and today is Wednesday, March 16th. And I'm off work today, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have work the rest of the week. My boss messaged me and was like, her mom's coming into town tomorrow or something. And it's spring break in some places, and when that happens, we're usually slow. So, okay. So I let the team know I'll enjoy the next couple days. Because we have the arbitration the next 2 weeks, and then we'll be back to normal with work. So, lots of stuff to show you. So yesterday, wait a minute, let me go to Facebook. Well, let me go to my email because I meant to show you stuff yesterday and I forgot. So, I finished the teacup. Yep. Started and finished in one day. Let's go. I mean, it wasn't like it was giant anyway. But yes, so I want to show you what I've done in the journal. Okay. So I had torn out one of the calendar pages that said your greatest self isn't to be found, but rather expressed. And I tore that out and I decided to put it on the inside of the front cover. Absolutely loving that purple glue stick. I use it for everything now with this book and it works fantastic. And by the way, I need to get ribbon, and this looks like satin ribbon. I ordered a set of eyelets and the tulle and stuff. I'm going to try to put a ribbon closure on the journal that Marianne made me, the calendar one. So we're going to see. Bill's going to help me because it's the thick cover. He goes, I'll be able to do it. Okay. So there's my plan with that. But if you remember, with the coffee piece I just did, I had the piece tucked in. Well, I decided I didn't glue the sides because I didn't want it totally down. I just glued the center. So, but doesn't it look cool stuck in there like that? I really like that. I wanted to be able to see the stitching without having to pull it out, and it kept slipping out of that little thing anyway. So yeah, now it's in there and I'm totally loving that. Okay, so here is the T page. So remember, let me show you. It turned out so good. So here's Marianne's card. I just glued the back down so you can still open it and read her note. This was there. That butterfly sticker was there, so that fit in well. So on this side, remember I had typed this little saying, glued it down. I had just printed it on regular computer paper, cut it out with scissors, glued it down. Here is the cup. So this is stitched on 14 count Aida, DMC printed Aida in Morning Dew, which I actually really like their printed Aida. So I have a couple of the colors that they have. I really enjoy doing it, stitching on it. So I did something different when I stitched with 2 strands. Normally, well, let me finish. Okay, 2 different DMC colors, and then for the tea bag and the steam, I actually used this bronze petite treasure braid, because who doesn't like a metallic tea bag? Right? Yeah, I just wanted to do something different. And so this scrapbook paper is only glued on the sides on the page because I wanted to be able to pull the tag out. Let's go, right? So this is fusible webbing. I glued it down and then just I love these little stickers. They're just so cute. So I think it turned out really good. So on the tag, I put the Aida, the colors, the name of the Etsy store and all of that. And then of course I put the month that I stitched it. And on the back, remember I journaled this a while ago because I have been told many times I'm too loud, I cuss too much, that I am basically too much. You know, I wear too much makeup. You know, I'm almost 50 years old. I shouldn't have my hair in like ponytails. And, you know, I want to say just fuck you to all of that, because I feel like I'm going to be that 80-year-old that's going to have their hair in a ponytail like this, and it's going to be wearing purple glitter eyeshadow. That is so going to be me. Like, if my stepdaughter has children, I'm going to be like the cool, funky grandma. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, I cuss too much. I'm basically too much. So I said I will always be too much. I am me. If you don't like it, that is your problem, not mine. Be yourself. Your tribe will find you. So I wanted to be able, and this is the joy of this, look. But yeah, so tuck it down in the pocket. I wanted the ribbon hanging up. Oh my God, did it not turn out so fantastic? Absolutely love it. So then I started planning my next page. So my next page, remember, is the sunflower from the Ukraine. Oh, let me tell you about the stitching. Okay, so when I stitch with 2 strands, I normally do the loop method. I didn't this time. I pulled 2 strands out and just used them side by side and didn't do the loop method. And I also dampened it with my little thread dampener. And I feel like, I mean, look how nice and neat the stitches are. I think it made a difference not doing the loop method. And somebody in one of the cross stitch groups had pointed out that when you do the loop method, you know, the threads are a certain way. So you're putting the opposite side, you're putting the opposite sides together, if that makes sense. So that's going to make a difference. So I'm like, So I think from here on out, when I use 2 strands, I'm not going to use the loop method. I've been spoiled with using 1 strand on 20 count and stuff like that. So, but I thought the stitching turned out fantastic. And this looked giant when I was stitching it because I'm so used to working with 1 strand. But I love how the page turned out. So now, remember the sunflower for Ukraine. So this is the page. So I've already journaled. I glued this down. This is the journal page where I put the name of the store, the stitches, how many colors, the date that I started, because I am going to start it today. And then I'll fill in the date that I finish it. It's going to take me a while because it's a pretty big piece. And then I wanted to journal something about the war because I figure this is definitely going to be something to be remembered in the years to come. So I found a website that detailed some of the details. So I typed it up in Word and shrank the font and all that to fit it on this page. So that is in there. If anyone flips through this book and is like, what is happening? So put some details there. And then this is the fabric I'm going to be using, color and cotton, 20 count, Aida in aged paper. So this was on the tag with the fabric. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to journal that because I'm going to put the sunflower here. The sunflower stitched on 20 count Aida is going to be almost 5 by 5. So it's going to fill a good bit of that page. And here is, there's the Aida, butterfly magnet, needle minder, and then that's the grime guard. So, and here are the beautiful colors. Oh my God, look at them. Right? Yes. So it's going to be stunning. And what I decided, what I'm going to try to do, and I wanted to show you guys this page before I did it because I'm going to have to leave the book open. Remember all that glitter glue that I bought? I bought a big set of glitter glue from Amazon that is by Elmer's. And what I want to do, because I've been wanting to use it and just didn't know where, I'm going to outline this and this with glitter glue. I practiced and it comes out pretty good. Wish me luck, because I'm going to have to put heavy books on this side because it's going to take like a day to dry. Seriously. You don't want to close the book and have glue all. I would be just, no. So that is my plan with that. So hopefully tomorrow, I'll do that as soon as I'm done filming this video. Hopefully tomorrow, then I'll be able to show you guys what that looks like. It may not look good. I try to have hope. You know, you got to try, right? So this next page, now the next page after that is my junk food angel magnet. But then this page, I don't know what to do for this page. So the stitching would go here, obviously. But then this little journal card is in here. And it's just a puppy. So, you know, inspiration's got to strike me. I need to look through some patterns. Maybe, you know what would probably be a good one for here? The Gathering Honey pattern from Luminous Fiber Arts, I think. I just got the pattern. Let me see. I got it from Nashville Market. Yeah, this one. Not that one. This one. I thought that would probably look good there. And I like the idea of stitching with one color. And I could get like some cool buttons for the flowers. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It's called Gathering Honey. It's by Misty Purcell. Yeah, Luminous Fiber Arts. Because it is, what's the stitch count? 76 by 76, which on, what? Bee's antenna. Oh, long stitches, yeah. Yeah, now I will not use, I'll pick a different color. I'll try to do a variegated. I'll probably do a variegated sulky. There's a brown variegated sulky that's pretty cool in there. So maybe I'll do that for that because I've been wanting to stitch one of those patterns. And that would be cool. That would be easy, you know, springy. Because then my next page is planned out and that's all I have really planned out. So, but yeah, the journal is coming along swimmingly. Okay, I do have a purchase. So Chris from Chris Cross Stitch, he does giveaways almost every week. He was doing a giveaway for a coffee pattern and I entered it and I didn't win it. And I'm like, well, I still want the pattern. So I found it on, I forget where I got this. I want to say eBay. I don't remember. It's hands-on design and it came from the Cool Beans series that she did. This one is Coffee and Friends. I just really loved the teal. I really love this stitching and the cups. I mean, I love all of that. So that will be a perfect journal entry because it is on 32 count. It's 4 inches wide. So I may actually stitch this. Oh my God. Yes. I have a piece of that 14 count printed Aida from DMC. That is like sandstone. Yes, this would be perfect for that. So that may be a possibility. I would probably have to change the steam, but then again, I like doing steam in different colors anyway. So I would probably do it in like a lavender sparkle braid or something, you know? Yeah, that's probably going to be my signature. I'm going to try to incorporate sparkle braids somewhere in the piece. I've been doing that for the past couple. But yeah, love that one. So got that. And then I wanted to, you know, and I told Bill this yesterday. I struggle every time summer comes around because I don't like wearing shorts. I had bought a dress from Amazon and I hate it. Hate how it looked. I felt like I looked so fat in it. And I was like, I can't fucking wear that. So I'm returning that. And I'm like, why am I trying to change my style or the way that I am? So I did buy a pair of like capri spandexy black pants from them. And I have some like capri khakis and stuff. I just need to go with that. But I did want to get a pair of shoes that weren't sandals, but that weren't tennis shoes. And I got these from Skechers. Oh my God. Do you remember if you were a child of the 80s, we would get these at Payless. Now, you don't have to tie these. These are already done. We would get these at Payless and wear them with no socks. Do you remember? Now, I will wear like little shorty socks. But aren't they so cute? These hearts are embroidered on there. Bill really liked these when I showed him yesterday. And I was like, they're going to be so comfy. So they'll look good because I have like 2 pairs of jeans that are thin, that are, they go down, they're not capris. It's like in between. They go down a little further than They're almost ankle jeans, I guess, but they're not even that. Anyway, because I'm trying to think ahead and like, what am I going to wear when we go over to his friend's house that has the pool and it's always like 95 fucking degrees? We only go over there a handful of times, so I really only need to figure out probably 3 outfits for over there. Nobody cares, but I need to be comfortable because we went over there last summer and I wore like, it was really hot. I wore a pair of my like khaki capris and I literally sweated through them. I stood up and it looked like I had peed my pants. I mean, it was bad. I had to go, they have like a garage. I had to go in and stand in front of the fan. And the host of it, like the Bill's friend's wife was like, "Are you all right?" And I said, "I've sweated through my pants." I said, "I literally have to stand here until it dries." I was so embarrassed. It was just like, oh my God. But yeah. But okay. Oh, I also got in today's mail. Remember I ordered a project keeper from Carrie of Tiger Lily Designs, and it came in the mail, and it's so magnificent. Look at this. So Velcro. This will be good for me to, when I'm transporting a project to a stitch night or a retreat. And so your bobbins go in here, and the acrylic ones do fit. And then here you can fit patterns, scissors. You can put your pattern in here, and then you could put like scissors, or even if you're using like a small hoop, that would even fit in there. It's gorgeous. Carrie does such a great job. Absolutely love that. So, but yeah, so got that, and I think that's all like to show you. But we have talking points. So Wordle. I got the Wordle today in 3. When I put in my word to start, I had 4 letters. I forgot what colors were what. So my second guess, it gave me the first letter right. So I had, at the second guess, I had all 5 letters. But they just weren't in the right spot. So yeah, I got it in 3. But I've been wanting to stitch something for Wordle because I definitely want to memorialize that this is the year that everyone was obsessed with it. So one of my subscribers sent me, it's blessings. Heather. Fantastic stitcher, fantastic human being. I follow her on Instagram. She sent me the pattern, and she sent me the link to it, and I went and bought it. So I want to show you. It is from the Needle and Floss. The pattern was $7.40. What? Why did it say something went wrong? Wait a minute. Give me 1 second and I'll find it. Here we go. And oh my God, she has a Sudoku puzzle. I might have to stitch that one too. I love doing Sudoku. Okay. So here is the pattern. So she has 2 options. She has one that will say craft at the end and then one that says floss. And when you buy the pattern, you get both options. I'm going to stitch the one where the word is floss. Fantastic though. I absolutely have to stitch that. I will stitch that. And that will take longer than you think because those squares are solid stitching. It is... On 14 count, it's 4 by 5 7/8. 16, 18 count, it's only 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So I would probably stitch it on 18 count. But let's look at the Sudoku one. World's hardest Sudoku. What? I may have to stitch this though. I really like that. Like I said, I love Sudoku, and I love doing, that's the hardest one though. I may have to try that one. I have a book and I usually do 1 a day. But yeah, so did that. And then I had a question from one of my subscribers, Natalie. She says, I would like to know what perforated paper is and why do people use it for cross stitching? I found one of your videos where you're cross stitching on it, but I want to know what the purpose is and why. So I don't have any perforated paper right here, but I'm going to show you because I have a piece of perforated paper in the junk journal, because you can use it for more than just stitching. Now, perforated paper for stitching actually dates back to Victorian times. Victorian Motto has like kits that you can buy where they stitched pieces, because I think paper was less expensive than floss. I don't know about that, but there is what perforated paper looks like. It's 14 count, and it is the purpose of it. You don't need a hoop or a stand. You can hold it in your hand. It is sturdy. It's not floppy like floss is. And it is easy to finish, meaning when I have done a bunch of finishes with perforated paper, it's easy to cut. And a lot of designers, like what comes to mind is Brooks Books Publishing. She does a lot of her angels. Just about all of her kits are using perforated paper because you can cut out. Like I did one, and I should have pulled it down to show you. I did the baking angel, and it has like little cookies that you stitch and you cut out and you glue to the front of her. The purpose is just something else to stitch on. I don't know that there's a real purpose, but it gives a dimension to your stitching piece if you want to really know a purpose, I guess. But it's fantastic. I absolutely love stitching on it. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, all the Mill Hill kits come with perforated paper because like I said, you can cut it out. You can cut out an ornament that's a star, shape of a star, things like that. So, okay. We have a bunch of talking points today. The video is already 21 minutes, so. A lot of people missed today's Wordle. Yeah. I think my streak is 26. I've been doing it for 26 days. Okay. I cannot wait until Friday. I really hope Bill plays poker so I can do the 127 ways to get a husband, because you're just going to die. You're going to die laughing. I'll give you a little tease. One of them says, be friendly to ugly men. Are you kidding me right now? Ah! Yeah. All right. Talking points. We got a bunch. Okay, so someone had suggested in one of the groups to buy ring trays to prop bobbins up, and what a fantastic idea. So, you know, ring trays for like jewelry displays, they will hold your bobbins, and they will hold them standing up. How about that? And ring trays are, I think, probably really inexpensive. They said they ordered 4 trays at $2 each. Yeah, you can't get much cheaper than that, right? Oh. Okay. Now, I belong to also like some meme pages, so I see stuff all the time. And this was good. When you're going through something hard and wonder where God is, if you believe in God, remember the teacher is always quiet during a test. That's good, right? I really like that. It's a good thing to remember. All right. This person got a new book nook and a new free chair, and I'm so envious. Look at this setup for reading. Wouldn't you love to sit in that chair and read? Are you kidding me right now? What I really want, and not in this house, I mean, if we decide to move when Bill retires, I want like a bookshelf that has like a secret passage to another room. I know that's asking a lot. Really, what I would love is bookshelves in the wall. I would really love that. I would love a library. And Bill's like, if I could give you that, I would love to give you that. Like, I'm so envious of people that have like actual libraries. Like, I would just die. I would just love that so much. Okay. Now, this is another really funny meme. When it's been one heck of a week, but it's only Tuesday, this guy says, I want a whiskey, please. And another guy says, sir, this is McDonald's. Can you imagine going to McDonald's saying, I want a whiskey? And he says, okay, a McWhiskey, please. Are you kidding me? Like, I know there's a Seinfeld episode where Elaine's having a rough day and she goes into the coffee shop and she's like, can I get a vodka on the rocks? And, you know, that diner does not serve alcohol. It was just so funny. Yeah. We've all had those days, right? Okay. I'm going to have to remember this. Going to have to remember it. So, this person in one of the book groups I belong to says, confession time, I hate dust jackets so much. I should do this with the Riley Sager books. So they immediately come off and get thrown away. But she decided she's going to make bookmarks out of them. I mean, look at a dust cover, right? You could cut off the spine of it and make it a bookmark. I'm like, ooh, I need to do that. And you could back it with like, I could run it through like my sticker maker, make it into a sticker and stick it to like scrapbook paper where it has some heft. Yes, dude. I think I might do that because I don't like those dust jackets either. Really good idea. Okay. Another post in one of my book groups. You know, when your kids get those Scholastic Book Fair flyers, this person says, a suggestion: quietly offer to your kid's teacher that you would like to give $8 to $10 to her or him to quietly give to 2 kids who don't receive money from home to buy a book. I've watched at the fairs the kids who wish they could buy a book but can't. Let me tell you, I don't care if I have $2. I will always give money or buy a book for a child. I will buy a book for anybody. You can be an adult. I remember that was probably one of the most shining moments when I was in school, and that was the one thing that my mother always supported. When I brought home the flyer, which I was usually like the only kid in the class that ordered books. And we didn't do it in high school. It was more in middle school. But I remember coming home and my mom would be like, okay, you can spend $10. So, and you know, kids' books then were like $2 a piece. But I remember getting the check, filling out the form, giving it to my teacher, and then watching her desk every day when I came in class. And when I saw the box on her desk, I was like, ah, you know, and then everybody like, ooh, what books did you get? You know, at that age, my grandfather would give us money for our report card. Elementary school, you got a lot of grades in elementary school. At least you did when I was in school. He would give us $1 per A and like 50 cents a B or something. I always got good grades. I always did well in school. I remember taking all of that money and going to the bookstore and spending it all on books. I mean, I was just a fanatic. That's why, I am so, and I'm not ashamed of that at all. I am very proud of that fact that I loved the library. I love reading. It is something that you don't need anybody else to do with. Like, you can read on your own, and the friendships that I have formed because of books, it's just amazing. It truly, truly is amazing. So if I was a teacher, I surely would be helping kids who parents didn't have money for books. Yeah. So this person comments and says, I never could get books either as a kid, so I always spend way too much on my kids. So this year, instead of spending so much on my own kids, with a friend, we donated money to the book fair. The librarian in charge asked all the teachers which kids would need and want it, and then told the kids that someone nominated them for a free book, but not why, and to go during a certain time to pick it out. There were 38 kids in total, and one kid was overheard saying he had never been to a book fair before. Oh my God. Probably one of my best memories. What I found out is a majority of the kids who can't afford the books are also below the reading levels for their grades, which I find devastating. I don't remember in school kids not being able to buy books. I just remember being so giddy and just loving the book fairs and all of that. I just loved it so much. Okay. This topic is, once a week I see this. Someone says, on 18 count, do you do 2 strands over 1 or 1 strand? It's all personal preference. I have found that I like 1 strand better because it's not as bulky. But people, if you like really good coverage, 2 strands on 18 count, it will give you good coverage. But like I said, I've been spoiled. Stitching on 18 count and 20 count and using 1 strand or using sulky. Yeah. And then someone also asked, on 14 count, do you use 2 or 3 strands? Again, personal preference. Most people use 2 strands, but there are people that will use 3 to get good coverage. But you saw my piece that I stitched with 2 strands. Perfect. Coverage was great. I absolutely love that DMC printed Aida. Okay, so someone had posted in one of the book groups, it hurts my heart to see posts from those who seek permission or approval for the books they read and or their reading habits. Yeah, there's no reading police, just like there's no craft police or cross-stitch police. If you are liking it, do it. Now, when I talked the other day about that person reading 13 books in 2 or 3 days, I was more like in awe of it than criticizing it. I wasn't criticizing it at all. So, this person says, please allow me to allay your fears. It's okay to like Stephen King. It's okay to not like Stephen King. It's okay to like Anne Rind. It's okay to not like Anne Rind. Is that how you say her name? It's okay to enjoy the classics. It's okay to hate the classics or have no interest in ever reading them. Now, there are only a few classics like I loved. I took a creative, was it creative writing? I want to say it was a creative writing or a literature course in college, which I absolutely loved. We read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. We read Wuthering Heights. We read those kind of books and, I mean, discussed them as adults, you know. Absolutely loved those books. It's okay to enjoy reading children's books even if you are an adult. I read a bunch of the Dork Diaries. Absolutely love them. It's okay to read only hardbacks or paperbacks. It's okay to go with Kindle. Yeah, that's like people shaming you if you stitch on Aida versus linen. Do not shame someone because they read books on their Kindle versus a hardback. That's crazy pants. It's okay to not finish a book. Ooh, that's a hot button fucking topic, let me tell you. Because there are too many books out there. If I don't enjoy a book, and a book's got to grab me within like the first 5 pages, I'm out. There's too many books. Way too many books. I have been blessed here recently that every book I've picked up for the past 5 or 6 books that I really have enjoyed, there are times I will go through 10 samples before I find a book to read. But in some of these groups, you would die where people like can't finish a book and they're like pushing through it. Dude, don't punish yourself. If you don't like it, don't read it. There's too many books to read. It's okay to read only 1 book at a time. It's okay to read multiple books simultaneously. Reading 1 book at a time is for me. Now, I am reading Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning in addition to like my domestic suspense book. But those are kind of different books and I only read. I'm almost done the Viktor Frankl book, by the way. But me, I can't read more than 1 thriller book at a time because I can't keep the plot straight. Do you know what I mean? It's okay to organize your books any way you choose. It's okay to not organize your books. It's okay to bend the pages and or write in the margins if you own the book. Do the whatever the hell you want with your book. Do not shame someone because they bend the page as a bookmark. I've never written in a book, but I can't say that I wouldn't. Now, I do have a book that is like scripture and I've highlighted stuff in it. Books are a blessing, and we who read them are blessed. Absolutely. Enjoy them any way you like. It's okay, really. Because there are people. Someone said that sounded like a Dr. Seuss book. But yeah, someone commented and said, I'm so tired of this judging and gatekeeping and reading. Yeah, let's not. Let's not, right? Okay. Wordle. Told you. Talking point can be anything that catches my brain when I'm looking on Facebook. There is a debate, because people cannot leave stuff alone. When playing Wordle, is using scratch paper and a pen considered cheating? Someone did a poll. I picked no. I don't think it's cheating. 393 people said no, 19 people said yes, and 14 said not sure. My mom will use pen and paper. I realize not everyone's brain works the same way. Me, I find it more of a challenge. I look at my phone. I don't use pen or paper. I don't even want any help. No one help me. It's not cheating. It's cheating if you go look up hints. There are people that have looked up hints for the word. I want zero help, seriously. But no, so what do you think? Those of you that do Wordle, using pen and paper to try to figure out the word, do you think it's cheating? No, I don't think it is. Just my personal opinion. But oh, hot fucking button topic, because someone said finding pen and paper. Oh, this is a good idea. Someone said finding pen and paper is too much work at 4 a.m. So I type X's into the blanks. That's a good idea. If you type XX, or if you have, you know, all of a bunch of the letters, XX something something in the letter, I may use that little tip. I like that. Someone said using scratch paper is cheating, and anyone who uses this tactic cannot rightfully call themselves a self-respecting wordler. It does nothing but disrespect the honorable endeavor to become a Wordle meister. Please take the training wheels off of your Wordle and do it the way God intended it to be done. And so, someone commented and said, pathetic. God does not play Wordle. Bigger things on his or her agenda. Dude, why would you shame people? Oh my God, there's 4 replies. Oh, someone said they believe he's being sarcastic. Oh my God. Someone said they have a small travel Scrabble board. The letters and board are magnetic. It's about the size of their iPad. They use that. That's great. I love that. Yeah. Okay, and the last talking point. Okay, so I'm going to show this because this woman, her name is Sherry. Her husband started diamond painting. She got him into diamond painting, and he has become somewhat of a celebrity in the Diamond Art Club group because he's easy on the eyes, let me tell you. And so she put another, now she had done an initial post saying he wanted to try it with her, so he did. And she said, look who finished kitting up. He's enjoying it, but the shirt is staying on, because I think women had commented in the other posts that were like, ooh, he's a cutie, right? So she said he got a good laugh out of some of the comments I read him, and especially like the ones where other men reacted with, sign me up for some diamond painting. So I'm going to show you because he is a cutie. And there he is enjoying working on his diamond painting. Hell would have to freeze over before Bill would try it. He tried cross-stitching for like 2 seconds. He feels like these crafts are women crafts. Seriously, he really does. Yeah, he'll never try diamond painting. I think that guy's awesome for doing that with his wife. Okay. Today's motivational story. Oh, I started reading a new book called The Roommate by Kirsten Moglin because I absolutely love her books now. And so she has a shit ton of books she's written, so I'm going to be kind of going through her books. All right, but today's story is called, oh, I didn't do OMG moments. What am I doing? What am I doing? I have 2. Okay, so this one is by Sue, and she says, someone in this group asked me to post this framed project, but I couldn't find the original post. It is Vintage Carpet number 4 by Anastasia Alex. The challenge with this project was to get it blocked absolutely straight so that it would frame well, and it took her 3 times. Now, I'm not sure if that means this is needlepoint. No, I don't think it is. She wouldn't have posted it in cross stitch, but stunning. Look at that. Right? Yeah. Oh my God. And then the other one, I love this piece so much. I almost want to stitch this. So this is by, the stitcher is Shalini. She did this intermittently for over several months. I don't know what the pattern is. She didn't, let me see if she posted it in the comments. Yes, okay, it's a woman portrait. It's on Etsy, and it's in watercolor. So she did list the pattern in the post. It is stunning, though. Look at that. Don't you want to stitch that? I do. I'm going to have to look up the pattern, see how big it is. It looks pretty big though. But absolutely love that. So gorgeous. Yeah, I'm going to click on it right now. Let me see how big it is. Oh, it looks so pretty. It's only $7. It is, yeah, it's 115 by 185. So on 16 count aida, it's like 7 by 12. That's really pretty though. I really, really like that. Okay, now we can do the motivational story. It's called Keeper of the Spring. The late Peter Marshall was an eloquent speaker and for several years served as the chaplain of the U.S. Senate. He used to love to tell the story of the Keeper of the Spring, a quiet forest dweller who lived high above an Austrian village along the eastern slope of the Alps. The old gentleman had been hired many years earlier by a young town councilman to clear away the debris from the pools of water up in the mountain crevices that fed the lovely spring flowing through their town. With faithful, silent regularity, he patrolled the hills, removed the leaves and branches, and wiped away the silt that would otherwise have choked and contaminated the fresh flow of water. So, no easy feat, in my opinion. The village soon became a popular attraction for vacationers. Graceful swans floated along the crystal clear spring. The mill wheels of various businesses located near the water turned day and night. Farmlands were naturally irrigated, and the view from restaurants was picturesque beyond description. So years pass, right? One evening, the town council met for its semi-annual meeting. As they reviewed the budget, one man's eye caught the salary figure being paid the obscure Keeper of the Spring. Now, they don't say how much the salary is. I'm guessing probably not what he was worth. So, said the Keeper of the Purse. So this guy who saw this on the budget said, "Who is this old man? Why do we keep him on year after year? No one ever sees him. For all we know, the strange ranger of the hills is doing us no good. He isn't necessary any longer." Dun, dun, dun. Cue the music, right? So by a unanimous vote, they dispensed with the old man's services, that man was probably devastated. So for several weeks, nothing changed, right? Nothing changed in the area. By early autumn, the trees began to shed their leaves. Small branches snapped off and fell into the pools, hindering the rushing flow of sparkling water. One afternoon, someone noticed a slight yellowish-brown tint in the spring. A few days later, the water was much darker. Within another week, a slimy film covered sections of the water along the banks, and a foul odor was soon detected. The mill wheels moved more slowly, some finally grinding to a halt. Swans left, as did the tourists. Clammy fingers of disease and sickness reached deeply into the village. Jesus, like what? The ramifications of this, right? Quickly, the embarrassed council called a special meeting. Realizing their gross error in judgment, they rehired the old Keeper of the Spring, and within a few weeks, the veritable river of life began to clear up. The wheel started to turn, and new life returned to the Alps. So the moral of the story, don't fucking fire the groundskeeper. No, that's not the moral of the story. That's my moral. No. Never become discouraged. Here's the real moral. Never become discouraged with the seeming smallness of your task, job, or life. Cling fast to the words of Edward Everett Hale. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do something I can do. The key to accomplishment is believing that what you can do will make a difference. Even if it's making a difference just to you. But yeah, I think sometimes, I try to think when I'm having a bad day at work, I try to think my job definitely has a purpose. I am helping someone to better defend a trial. I'm helping somebody's case, somebody who was going through a business, who was going through a really difficult time and is being sued by somebody or is suing somebody. Our job is very, very important. So I try to really think, because it is very easy we are definitely in the background of stuff like that. A lot of attorneys don't even realize that scopists like me exist. You know, they think the reporter does all of it. No. But yeah, so no job is too small. Every job is important. Everything. Okay. That was a good tear. I like that one. I almost ripped my arm out of the socket. All right. This is a long one. Will you get disappointed with others when you choose love? Probably yes. Will people always respond to you in the ways that you want them to? Nope. No. Hell fucking no. Should you use love to change them? No, but that's not love. That's using the pretense of love to produce an outcome that in turn makes your love inauthentic anyway. Ooh, I love that one. Yeah, you know, I was never somebody who, I don't want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with me. And so I was never that kind of girl in school who fought and cried and screamed when somebody wanted to break up with me. Okay, that's your loss, right? You know, I don't tell this story too many times, but when Bill and I got together, he was actually dating someone else at the same time. And when I found out, I was devastated. And I was like, I can't be with you. I can't be with you and have you sleeping with someone else, right? So him and I broke up. We broke up for like 2 weeks. And then I want to say he came to his senses, but I don't want to be too cocky about that. But he ended it with the other person, and then we got together. But yeah, I think you have to stand your convictions, you know. But yeah, I don't want someone who doesn't want me. No. Mm-mm. That's why I never understood like these women on Jerry Springer, like their man cheated. Why are you beating the woman's ass? How about beating your man's ass? I could just go on and on about that. But yeah, I love that one. That's a really good one. Absolutely. There was another one earlier that fit for love too, where, you know, you have to love, when you're married, you're choosing every single day to love your partner in spite of the things that fucking irritate you. But no, nobody's perfect. And you choose to love all of the parts of someone, and you're loving your children is a really good example of that, because holy hell, your kids can really test your patience and do awful things. And as a parent, you know, your love is supposed to be unconditional, right? Easier said than done, I'm sure. So I'm going to stop blabbing, and I'm going to end this because we're almost at 50 minutes, which, let's go. Enjoy these long videos, I'm telling you, because come next 2 weeks, I'm going to be like half awake. Here's my stitching, you know. Yeah. Hopefully we're going to be able to pick up Bill's truck today, because I haven't had a car in like 5 days during the week. Not that that really matters, but it's almost like you don't realize what you miss until it's gone. Like, I'm like, man, I hope I don't need to go somewhere, right? So I'm hoping we can pick up his truck today. So as always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.